Before I talk to you, anything that you see on me right now and anything that you'll see in future, which is greatness, is all praise to God. Can we agree to that? So we give praise there, and then everything else can go on. Thank you so much, so much. Now I think I can move on to other things. I was told that I have to come and speak here, and said, well, it should be an honor. I mean, Kagiso is like around the corner from where I stay. Khalifa address in London. All right. But my wife is taking a video of me right now, collecting evidence for when we divorce. He is the cause of all of this. All right. The first place I'd like to start, essentially, the importance of paying attention. You know, we listen but we don't hear. You know, we look but we don't see generally, and we miss a lot of opportunities. They're right in front of us. You know, I'm sure you've heard of the cliche. Mozambique, Zimbabwe. They come here to like Yumbonili, just had a bag, a small bag. 6 months later, this guy's running a flourishing business right in front of you. And the lady that spoke, she said something very important. She said something about self-doubt, you know. And I don't want to go too much into what self-doubt, but I just want to prove to you how many times you have doubted yourself, and that is why you are not where you want to be. Right? Can you relate? Yeah. All right. How many of you have seen something great? Like when either on TV or wherever. And you're like, you know what, 5 years ago, I had that idea. I mean, can you relate to that? This idea of yours was so important and you didn't even want to share it with anybody. And that's a joint. So I answered, yeah, but what you do then? Yeah, sure. So essentially, that's what happens. You've got two sides to you. You've got the side, the legality. We can do this. And then you've got the other side, you know. And essentially, depending on which side you feed, and these two sides, they're always competing for your attention, right? So depending which side you feed, that's what will win. That's what will take over your life. Essentially, you understand? And those two sides, they get help from the environments that you find yourself in. If you chill around with positive people, so about the positivity, you know? If you chill around with negative people, essentially that's what you're gonna get, you know? Your dream is only as big as what you've been exposed to. It's amazing how people who have never had sex can abstain. You've never had it, you don't know what you're missing. Right? Right. So I'm not essentially promoting that you go out now and start having sex. I'm merely saying the person who is not exposed to that exercises better restraint. Right? So how can you want a Lamborghini if you've never seen a Lamborghini? So it starts by what? It starts by going out there, position yourself. You understand? And every day if you position yourself, you push Lamborghini, positive. It's okay, but you're positive. You understand what I'm saying? Let his success motivate you to elevate yourself. Yeah. Success, motivate, elevate, something like that. So one with and to our people at the back, I don't forget about you. You know, but sometimes, man, looking too much to the back hinders where you're going. So forget about it. It's okay. Where you come from, where you are staying, what your environment looks like has nothing to do with your possibility. Essentially, Siyakuza. Anybody know Siyakuza? Alright, I'm not gonna talk about him because you know him. I like talking about things that like you've never heard it before. That's my strategy in all my businesses. You know, and I say my businesses because even Lengan and inside Kabang, it's coming. You know what I'm saying? That's how much you've gotta see it. So in my business, the most important thing is we are not gonna do it if it's been done before. That's because I'm a tender accord. I don't know why that guy did not want to admit. Yeah, but and I know how many of us have tried. Some of you have like, and you've had stories. You understand? And a lot of us have based our conclusion on stories. You've never tried them yourself. GEP, right. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you're going with hearsay. That is a problem. Do so enough for yourself. You understand? Because look, a lot of us entrepreneurs are like, at some point I was like that. You know, like, I was a tender government. But you gotta understand, government is a market. 3 trillion rand market. That's the money they are ready to spend. You understand? So now if I'm an entrepreneur and I'm getting on my tenders and I realize it is not as difficult as everybody says, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna eliminate the competition. I'm gonna come out and say, hey, fun, there's corruption here. You must know somebody on the inside. So that when I go and bid, it's only my bid. You know, you're discouraged. And then the government doesn't have a choice, like, lay food. Your read is like, hey, tell them I tender, can I somebody? No, I made sure, but you don't tender. You know what I'm saying? So, these are some of the important things. Don't walk away from some of these things. Some of your ideas, some of the opportunity. All I see is opportunity. Like here, right now, I see an opportunity. Right now, as I'm standing here and I'm talking, I'm trying to figure out what I can sell you. What you are willing to part with your money for. And you say you're in business. It's entrepreneurship, Joe. It's not like it's guaranteed. There's no guarantee. But the best about it is once you figure out the system, you can guarantee it for yourself. All right. No, you said Abayil. No, actually, Bayil boy. They eat it. You understand what I'm saying? But they figured out a system whereby you understand? Is I don't spend too much time trying to figure out yes. You know, I'm just speaking raw because I mean our reality is raw, right? I don't want to gas you up here. You can do it, Figuratively, your fridge has still got that bottle of water halfway. That's your reality. That's some of our reality. Is you go, you listen, I pump you up, you go back home. The thing is, you've been motivated. You haven't been inspired. I'm sorry. Like, I'm heating up. I hope you don't mind. So, in order so that the inspiration, you're not going to get it anywhere else. it's within, and sometimes the inspiration is not there. It's okay, but let me tell you, if you're waiting for inspiration to do anything, or you're waiting for motivation to do anything, you'll never do much. Sometimes the inspiration comes from doing something and completing it. How much more do you want to work after you've done work and you look at it, it's like, now you want to do extra more things. So realize it doesn't work the other way. It doesn't, let me wait for inspiration. Okay, yeah, now inspiration figure as a spy. It works the other way. You gotta work for inspiration to be inspired to inspire you. Alright, so now here's another truth that you may not know, or you may know, but you may not realize. But I said I was going to talk about somebody you don't know. The other time I met a young boy. That's how much. This boy is from all right, he's a nuclear physicist. All right, the closest all of us have gotten to anything that's nuclear like is and all your pores are open. That's as closest as we've got to nuclear anything. Alright. So I'm sitting with this guy. He's a very young boy. It's like, now you know what I've done. Now I have developed. I'm like, this is just how much potential we have in the country. So this boy, that's what other people will say. Look, don't quote me on any. I don't want anybody saying mean and clever or bad. Like, I don't want to be in trouble. Alright? But that's sometimes how Aban say Epen will look there, and that's where lies the greatest potential and the greatest minds. You understand? And this boy is like, Joe, put your cell phone in here, in this bag. Ma'am, your handbag. Ever? That handbag in jar. Put your cell phone in there. My cell phone, I charge after about maybe 30 minutes to an hour. How? My battery is half full. Yeah? Imagine that. I didn't plug it into the bag. I looked at the bag. I not any cabling like, hey, not the bag ya charge. No, doesn't have that. All right. This boy has developed a way of transforming radio frequency into electricity that will isolate a mobile device, charge that particular mobile device without plugging into anything. Invention yala. Moshe Mothwa is his name. Look out for that boy. All around the world. He's the inventor. So yes, we can invent shit in South Africa. Bet you didn't know that, nigga. Right. So now my next point, or on to other important things, is now why do I deserve to stand here more than you do? You decided that. I didn't decide it. All right. And these positions can swap anytime. So I'm just saying, the thing about me, I don't ever get comfortable. Because I know there's somebody who's looking at what I have and wants it more than I do. It's a constant battle to keep up. And keeping up is not enough. You have to keep up and go up some more. So what you got right now, you may not think it's a lot. And you may not be appreciating it. That is a problem. Start appreciating it, then you will start learning how to grow it and make it better. Yeah, it's like, don't be like in marriage, like next thing is Ziega. In conclusion, just to close off, because my Shabaka signed in by Shabela Zuma. Right. In conclusion, here's a little truth, is everybody in the world, everybody in this room, in fact, let me bring it home. Everybody in this room is better than you at something. But you are better than everybody in this room at that one thing. Find and understand your design. When you understand your design, then you start pursuing it non-stop, 10,000 hours, be the master at it. And that's how you find your unique value, your unique brilliance. Asingafani bafethu. I like being narrow, ngingakhona ungangiqophi. Nami ayenze ngikope. And mina ngintsenga ngokukopa la. Ngakopa uzokwathi. Catch me every Saturday on YFM, 8 o'clock in the morning, up until 9 o'clock. We do a little show called YDIDi. Other than that, we've got a website, it's YDIDi, YDIDi.co.za. We are on Twitter, at YDIDi_world. I'm also on Twitter, at Neo_YDIDi. You see, everything is YDIDi. Probably my wife's name, last name, I should change it to YDIDi. Something like that. But guys, see you all at the top.